Hello again, thank you for joining me back here on my YouTube channel. My name's David Charles, International Psychic and White Witch, and today we're going to do a reading for you entitled Will I Find True Love Soon? Or will I fall in love soon? Will you fall in love soon? Would you like to really know? Then stay with me and we'll find out with this short reading. Before we shuffle the cards, I'll tell you about the stage 14. We're on stage 14 today of the Old England School Tarot course. If you've been following me, you'll have done 13 stages already. So we're on 14 today, the lovely King of Wands. It's the Old England Tarot School, founded by my beautiful soulmate Leslie and myself around about 24 years ago to diploma standards. So after the readings, get ready for stage 14, the lovely King of Wands. Now we're going to make 4 stacks of cards for you to choose from after this short interludings. Welcome back. So we're going to shuffle these for you now. These are tarot cards, of course. And we're going to make 4 stacks for you to choose from. 1, 2, 3 or 4. I've been shuffling them for a while, so they're already done. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 packs of 4 there, because I'm looking now really at the next 4 months for you. So there we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. These cards are numbered in my head from there 1, 2, 3 and 4. Which one do you fancy? 1, 2, 3 or 4. You may have a favourite number, you may like the way they look. Something may just pop into your head. Pick one of the cards. If you choose one of the higher ones like 4 or 3, you can run the tape on and go to that. You don't have to wait and watch all the other stuff. But if you pick number 1, we're going to look at that now for you. So we'll just move 2, 3 and 4 out of the way a little bit. Number 1, will you fall in love soon? Wow, looks to me as though you've been in some trouble with your love life. Possibly some of you, as I always say, it won't apply to everybody, but the cards will apply to most of you, and some of you excuse me, have already had problems with a three-way romance. Have you been seeing somebody who's married? Have you been seeing a married man, or have you been seeing a married lady? Or someone that's attached already and that has possibly broken your heart? And this is a timeless reading, as psychics call them. In other words, there are no dates. You'll find this reading when you're meant to. You could find it today or in 10 weeks time or a year's time, and you chose the cards. It looks to me, number 1, a lot of you have been in a 3-way romance, and you may still be in one. Not very good, of course. You're going to get hurt. You may be married and seeing someone you shouldn't be seeing, or people say you shouldn't be seeing. You may be seeing someone who is married or attached who is not really free. That should be over soon if you want it to. It's always if you want it to. Because then you're broadening your horizons. I believe that somebody linked to your career will be interested in you, or you are interested in someone linked to your work. They may work with you in a factory, a shop, a tailor's shop, a cake shop. They may be a customer, they may be a rep, someone who pops in and out. But you have interest in another man or lady that is linked in some way to your career. You may not work with them, but they're coming your way. This will broaden your horizons, and you may find it very difficult to leave the situation you've been in, almost entrapped in or feeling trapped in. This was possibly, as I said, a 3-way romance. I pick up with lots of you, number 1. Not all of you, but lots of you are picking up children. At least 2, maybe more. I think that when you move away from your possible triangle, then you will meet someone linked to your career. I believe you will move, possibly move location, move house. You may even move your career. The movement will bring happiness, it will bring positivity, so don't fear it. And I think it will make the children happier. Whoever's got the children, maybe you, maybe her or him, but that will make the children happier. And I don't want to sound gushingly excited, but really, number one, it looks as though you will fall in love, and I believe it will be within 4 months. So you may not fall in love within 4 months, but I believe you'll meet the person who you will eventually fall in love with during the next 4 months, starting from the 1st of next month, whenever that is. So if it's the 15th today, you've got a 15 or 16-day wait. This reading starts from the 1st of next month for 4 months. So if you can escape your triangle, which is not always easy to do, I know that, and walk away and genuinely mean it, because this person may not leave their husband for you, they may not leave their wife for you. In fact, I don't think they will. Or they may just be living in sin with someone, as they call it, and they're not going to leave them for you. So you're probably feeling maybe a little bit used, and you may be finding that your friends and family are saying that you're too good for this person and you should get out of it. Unfortunately for you, looks as though they may be right. So if you can escape a triangle, some of you, you will meet someone, I believe, who's linked to your career. I believe you will move from where you are, location. It could be a holiday movement, it could be a house movement, it could be just a few weeks away or a few days away even. The children will be happy with that. I don't know what that means. That's what the spirit guides tell me to tell you, that it will make the children happier if there is some kind of movement. Perhaps you need to escape from the clutches of this person by changing towns or locations. The indications are, number one, that you will be happy. Richness within is predicted for you within 4 months. If it doesn't happen, as I said, within 4 months, it will happen later because of something you did in the next 4 months. The decisions you made, the choices you made. So looking at it, number one, I think you've got 4 decisive months ahead, but at the end of it, in 4 months from now, from the 1st of next month, as I said, happiness, richness, contentment, and possibly true love, almost certainly 75% sure, true love will find you. Let it in. And I say to you, as I say to everybody repeatedly, you won't find true love on a dating site or an arranged thing. You need to let the spirit guides find love for you. They will. They plan it for you. Don't spoil it by going on lonely heart clubs. So I hope you enjoyed that, number one. And a special welcome to anyone out there who is watching this all on their own. I always say that because I mean it. Nothing worse than being lonely. If you want to get unlonely, watch some of my videos. You can always ring me for a reading, of course, and that's davidcharlespsychic.com. And you can talk to one of my team. I've got some lovely people working for me, really top-class psychics and mediums, and they're all on there as well, davidcharlespsychic.com. So, if you chose number 2, this is for you. The next 4 months. Now this is not quite as cut and dried as number 1, because I believe that you're feeling torn, similar to number 1, but number 2, I feel that you're being torn, you're being dragged in 2 ways. You don't know where to go, that way or that way. Excuse me, and you can't be in 2 places at once. So decisions have to be made. I don't think you're trapped with anyone. I don't think you're stuck with anyone. I think you're just indecisive, and some people want you to go left and some people want you to go right, and some situations want you to go left and some situations want you to go right. So a choice needs to be made. You're feeling torn. I believe that when you make the choice, victory will be yours. There will be a victory parade in your head, but you have to make the choice before the end of next month. So whenever that starts, from the 1st of next month, you have until the end of that month to make that choice. You're going to go left, right, left or right. Which one do you want? You'll know. The spirit guides will help you to choose. That's why they got you to watch this video today. And then I believe that something will happen to you, number 2, that involves property. Now that can mean buying new property. It can mean selling property. You may sell property for a living. But something to do with property. It could be that you're moving where you work to a different property, different location. It can mean you're moving house. I believe that some of you, number 2, will move house into the person that you're dreaming of. And some of you, number 2, will be in same-sex relationships, which is good. You'll love it. And I think you're finding someone at last that really is suitable for you. I'm not saying this is a love thing, and I'm not going to try and cheer you up when it's not really shown by the spirit world. But you can make it into that later on. There's nothing to say you can't, and there are no warnings. Sometimes there are warnings. Keep away from this person. Don't go near them. That's not the case here. And it hasn't been the case for a while in these readings either. I believe by the 3rd month, you will get exactly what you deserve. So if you deserve true love, you'll get it. If you're not deserving of it, then you won't. Simple as that. Because karma is indicated for your 3rd month, and the message from Spirit is you'll get what you deserve. So if you've been bad to people in the past, I'm afraid you're going to pay the consequences and pay for it in the 3rd month. If, as I always say, people who've been bad to you, they will pay for that in the 3rd month as well. So if someone's hurt you down romantically in the past, they may find they get it done to them. And then they'll find out what it's like. You wouldn't wish it on them, and nor would I. It's karma. We don't have any choice. It's not negotiable. It comes from powers far superior to us. Far superior in every way, in knowledge and everything. So your spirit guides, number 2, are asking you to choose a path. You can't go left and right. You can go one or the other. You need to make that choice before the last day of next month, whenever that may be. Then there's something to do with property, maybe moving house, maybe moving your job, maybe thinking of buying property or renting somewhere. That should bring happiness, but I believe that it will involve 2 people. So you may move with somebody. Could be someone of the same sex in some of your cases. Then you'll get some karma, and in the 4th month, number 2, it's heavy going. It's really difficult, and you're making it difficult. You're making the romance more difficult than it should be. So this is not set in stone that you will fall in love. You will meet someone, I'm convinced of that, but I don't believe that it's true love, and I'm only looking at 4 months. If you want a longer reading, of course, you can ring or book me on my website, davidchildspsychic.com. But for the next 4 months, number 2, I think it's a bit of a battle for you. You need to make choices. If you don't make them before the end of next month, they may be forced upon you, and you won't like that. So make them because you want to make them. Okay, thank you for watching that, number 2. I hope that hasn't disappointed you too much, but I've got to tell you as it's told to me. And as I said, it won't apply to all of you. You'll know if these readings are working for you straight away. And if not, go back to the beginning and choose a different stack of cards. Now then, number 3. If you chose number 3, thank you for waiting. Get ready for the tarot course. Stage 14 is coming up after these readings in a few minutes from now. Now, number 3, I can see you haven't had an easy life in any respect. In love life, particularly, you haven't had an easy life. You've worked hard. You've made sacrifices. They've not been rewarded. You feel like you've made them for nothing. You have been through the ringer, number 3, some of you, through the mangle. Remember mangles? To dry the washing with. Well, you've been through one of them. I believe that next month, from the 1st of next month, all the things you've done, the efforts you've made, the sacrifices you've made over the years will begin, and I say begin, they will begin to start paying you back. It's not going to come all at once, but you're going to start seeing rewards for previous efforts. Once again, this is not a definite fall in love reading, but it could be made that way because all the efforts you made in the past are being paid back at last because you waited long enough. And then the spirit world, through the tarot, number 3, are asking you to take a bit of a leap of faith, to take a chance. Depicted, of course, by the Fool. Doesn't mean you're a fool, it means you're going to take a bit of a risk. Don't be reckless, because the Fool can be. He's standing on the edge of a cliff, ready to walk off. Symbolic, of course, but it means take a chance, have a go, take a leap of faith, but be careful you're not being too reckless. You'll know what it means because you're going to meet someone who I think will need, he or she won't ask you to do this, but you'll know in your heart that you've got to take a bit of a chance. You've got to take a bit of a risk. It could lead to good things. I don't believe the spirit world would ask you to take a risk if they didn't think something good was coming. So don't fear that either. But remember what I said, take a leap of faith, especially in the second month. Okay? This reading starts for you in the first of next month, whenever that may be. This is a timeless reading. You can pick up this reading in 10 years from now and it'll still be relevant. Tarot cards have been around for hundreds of years. They're not going to age in a few months. And then, of course, there will be a pregnancy or news of a pregnancy around you in the third month. Now, if you're young enough and you're trying for a baby, it could be you. The chances are that a lot of you, number 3, it will be you. So some of you are quite young. I know some of you are pensioners and older and more mature, but 1 or 2 of you will hear of a pregnancy or become pregnant around about the third month. So it tells me that some of you are already with someone. But a lot of it is that you'll hear of a pregnancy. It could be your daughter, it could be your daughter-in-law, it could be someone at work. It doesn't mean it's you necessarily. But pregnancy is here in the reading. So is fertility in the third month. So, number 3, if you wanted to get something moving, do it in the third month. That's the third month after the next first of the month, obviously. On the 4th month, I'm afraid you've got some stress issues. So I don't know what's causing that, but it will be to do with romance, because that's what the reading is about. So it appears that your romantic life is causing you some stress. It's causing you to worry. It's causing sleepless nights. You don't need sleepless nights, you need to relax. If you can get a break in the 4th month, do so. And I believe in the 4th month, you may need to take a break from the romance. Now, normally when someone says, let's have a month's break, it means they don't want to see you again. They just daren't say it. But I think you'll need to say that to your lover or your partner in the 4th month. Let's have a few days break. You may be stifling each other. You may be smothering each other with probably excess feelings or excess keenness. So you may need to arrange a break from your love life to remove or to reduce your stress levels in the 4th month, number 3. Okay, so looking at this, you haven't had it easy. I think you've been right through it in the past, and it's time you were rewarded. And next month, from the 1st, we'll see that starting to happen. It won't all happen in that month, but it'll start to happen. You're going to see something back for the efforts you've made in the past. You've made plenty of sacrifices. You've given up a lot as well. Some of you may have been giving up homes and family and all sorts. You'll know what I mean. Then you take a leap of faith in the second month. Take a risk, take a chance, but don't be too reckless. Look out for babies, pregnancies and fertility in the 3rd month, number 3, and keep your stress levels down in month number 4. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching that, number 3. And now, finally, thank you for being patient if you chose number 4. Now your choices are even more complex, because number 4, in the 1st month, you can go probably back to an ex-lover if you want to. You may have a new lover, or you may have 2 new lovers. Now the word is normally in nearly all readings, don't go backwards. And the spirit guide will say that repeatedly. If you didn't manage it last time with your lover, you probably won't do it by going backwards. And you could waste another 10 years. So there are exceptions, and you'll know if it's the truth. But next month, from the 1st, you're going to have to make some choices, because you could have more than one lover to choose from. It could be 2 men, 2 women, or you could have exes getting in touch, more than one possibly. So it looks like you're being all over the place next month, number 4. Spoilt for choice is the word, which is a nice position to be in, but you're going to have more than one lover coming after you. More than one potential lover, I should say, in the 1st month, number 4. Exciting time. Enjoy it. Be flattered by the attention. Enjoy the attention. But don't try and see 2 people at once. That wouldn't be good for you. Then unfortunately you've got some stress levels going up in the 2nd month. So keep your levels of stress down. It will be linked to romance, because that's what the reading's about. It's not a work stress. It's not stress of bills and household problems. It's stress caused by your relationship situation. I'm not sure exactly what it entails, but you'll be too stressed in the second month, and you need to find a way of stopping that happening, to prove me wrong, in other words, because I've warned you not to get too stressed in the second month. That's the beauty of having psychic readings. You can avoid the negatives. So if I said to you, you're going to lose your purse in Tesco's or in Walmart or wherever you are, you'd make sure you didn't. If I tell you you're going to be stressed because of your romance in the second month, you can make sure that you're not stressed. You stay calm, chilled out, cool, as all the youngsters call it. Then I believe that you'll experience victory in the third month. So if the person you're after, if that's the right word, has other admirers, you will be the winner, okay? You'll be the victor, as depicted by this. You can see the victory parade there. So in the third month, number 4, you will be the one who picks the lover and gets it right, because he or she may have plenty of other people after him or her. There'll be a lot of competition, in other words. So you'll be the victor if you want it. I don't think it's a true love thing yet, not for the next 4 months anyway, but it could grow into that in the months that follow. As I keep saying, you can have a full-length reading with me by going to davidcharlespsychic.com, or with one of the team of people I've got working for me. They're very good and they're very respected as well. So the fourth month, number 4, unfortunately, you've got some jealousy around you. I think people are jealous of your looks, because if you're a female, you're beautiful. And if you're a male, you're handsome. And this comes from inside. It's not all physical. You have beauty within, and the men out there as well, they have beauty within as well. Inside, in there, in the heart. You can't buy that from Tesco's or Next, or Walmart if you're in America. But you have beauty inside. And there will be backstabbing, bitchiness, jealousy. When you walk in a room, you may even feel it in the air. You can rise above it, put your chin up, stick your chest out. Well, I won't use a naughty word, but say something that you feel inside to them, in your mind. So watch out for a bit of backstabbing, a bit of naughtiness in the fourth month, number 4. If you sum it up, you're going to be spoiled for choice in the first month, from the first of next month, as far as lovers go. Then that will cause stress for you in the second month, but you won't let it, I hope. You'll stay chilled and calm. You will be victorious in the third month. If you're choosing the lover and other people are after him or her, you'll be the one that wins. You'll be the one that wins. You'll be the victor. But you may find a bit of jealousy around you in the fourth month. So the question of this reading is, will I fall in love soon? Possibly not, number 4, but you may be on the road to it in the months that follow. Thank you for listening to that. And we're going to move on in a few moments to stage 4 of the Old England Tarot School. And that is the beautiful, lovely King of Wands. You're going to love him. So stay with me, get ready, and I'll see you in a few seconds. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with me. We're now doing stage 14 already of the Old England Tarot School Diploma course, and we're on now the wonderful King of Wands. There he is, right in front of you. And if you have a tarot deck, you may recognise that figure. Now, excuse me using notes, because I don't want to forget things, as I always do. It's old age, you know. This card indicates an assertive, wise, noble, gentleman, fatherly figure. This is the person sought after when you need advice. He has the ability to inspire you. He's very experienced and he's very encouraging as well. So when this card appears, well, if the card appears in a spread, a meeting of someone like that, a knowledgeable gentleman, may be indicated, and he'll help you in any way through possible crisis in your life. This is if you're having the reading yourself, or you would tell this to someone you're reading for, when you've learnt all the course, of course. Now, much will be gained from this meeting with this chap, because it should be remembered that although you've got to remember that he's helping you, you've got to remember you've got your own strengths as well. So don't let people take over entirely, but follow the advice that this person gives you. That's what this meaning is. The King of Wands represents great strength. It represents leadership, nobility. It may be someone that's compassionate as well, sympathetic, loyal, but really the main thing about this chap is he's honest. He's fully honest and trustworthy. And people really respect him. Really. You don't meet many like this in the whole of your life. Let me just read some of these notes I wrote 20 odd years ago with my partner Leslie. This personality is a combination of fire, okay? Energy, the fire and the one suit together. This is what he's like. He's creative. He's settled. He never settles for old, tired approaches. He's inventive, in other words. He likes to try new things. He trusts his originality, and he allows inspirations to take him where he's going and help you the same way. Often he'll show others the way because he's got confidence. He's forceful in pursuing his goals. He's not a quiet, passive person unless it suits him. So he can jump in and create results. He can be dramatic, exciting. He's never the wallflower if you go to a party and he's not sitting in the corner. He avoids the safe, easy route without being reckless because he's assured. He takes risks and he wins. The King of Wands has got the courage of his convictions, and he believes in himself. That's why you know you can get good advice from him, because he wouldn't do it himself, he wouldn't advise you. The emphasis of this bloke is behaviour. He's a many-sided person, but in readings he asks you to take the kind of actions that he would take if he were you, or if he were your age in some cases. It's a man or a woman as well, it can be either, but usually a man. Is a man who dares to dream and do what he wants to do, and he will help you to do it. If you think about the key words, it's a man who's secure in his career, probably a businessman or a professional. Intelligent, educated, enterprising, generous, with motives, but is successful. And this card can also mean a marriage. Okay? So, to sum up words for this chap: innovative with projects, likes new experiences and opens up new doors. A natural artist as well. He has abilities. He could be a musician or something like that, not necessarily that. He masterminds new strategies. He's original, he's inventive. He communicates enthusiasm, as a lot of the one cards do actually. He sets examples for people to follow. He instills confidence. He's a powerful natural leader, as I said, nobility. He can dominate the environment, but he doesn't mean that in a bad way. He's just good. People like the commanding presence he has. He earns respect and he carries authority quite naturally. He's charismatic. He can be theatrical, showy. He enjoys making things a gesture with flair. So he's not boring. He's magnetic. He has a magnetic personality. He's bold and all intrepid, and he'll stand for what he believes in. If this card is reversed, or upside down I call it, then you'll find that this person is intolerant, he's cruel, he has prejudices, he's bad-tempered, he's opinionated, he lacks self-esteem as well. That's why he takes it out that way, shows it in other ways. And he can be a fraud in business. You don't want this card upside down. Some psychics do upside down cards, reverse they call them. I don't do them unless I'm asked to. So really, the King of Wands, all the positives are amazing. It's one of my favourites. That's the last card in the wand suit, which of course is the clubs in an ordinary deck of cards. Next time, on stage 15, we're starting the cups, which of course are love cards, and they are the hearts in an ordinary deck of cards. And we'll be starting with the Ace of Cups. So we're getting into the love section now for the romantic ones out there of you. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Again, a special greetings for you if you're all on your own or lonely. Please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon if you'd like to be informed when I release new videos. There's a little bell icon somewhere. Click like and please subscribe. And I'll see you next time when we start stage 15 with the Ace of Cups, I should say, the love cards, and I will catch you later. Bye bye.